Hello everyone, this is my first episode on the channel about emigration to Canada. The 3 to 4 months period will be devoted to practical aspects that potential migrants may encounter based on my real life experience. So, I'm going to move to Canada. I already have a work visa to this country under the QUET program. This is a special program for Ukrainians, but in fact, it's a regular work visa to Canada with a simplified procedure. So the importance on this channel will be useful for people from any country in the world. So here's what I have today. I am currently in Poland. We have today a cool, rainy weather, and I applied for a visa back in the spring of this year. I stayed in Poland to earn some money for the first time in Canada. And now it's time to move directly to the action. The first thing I did was to give my notice for my current job here in Poland a month in advance. I plan to get it to Canada in November, so that I can find some temporary work before the new year. I chose Vancouver as my target city. The first reason was that there is a Ukrainian community there, and then I liked its location near the ocean, so it won't be too cold in the winter. We'll see. In today's episode, I'm going to list all the materials I have found online that might be useful for newcomers to Canada, and to Vancouver in particular. The first thing that is important to me is that it's been a year since the Canadian government lifted all restrictions on entry into the country, testing and quarantine requirements. Secondly, within 90 days of my arrival in Canada, I have to undergo a medical examination. Obviously, I will have to pay for it. But if I sign up for the MSP program, I won't be billed for tests. I need to learn more about what the MSP program is. Third, upon arrival in Canada, I can get a British Columbia Services card. This is a government-based ID. I could use it at all places that ask for photo ID to verify my identity or age. Fourth, in Vancouver, there is a Craiglist website. I looked through it. There are plenty of job ads there. That is, it is encouraging that I will be able to stay in this city. Fifth, a monthly TransLink pass costs from $100 to $181 Canadian, depending on how many zones you need to travel. Sixth, the cost of food in Vancouver. A basic lunch with drinks on a weekday in a business center will cost 23 Canadian dollars. A fast food snack will cost $11. A monthly food basket will cost about $355. Seventh, mobile communication. From the information I found on the internet, it is worth paying attention to the TELUS operator, as it has the largest coverage, especially in Western Canada. And the nationwide talk tariff, 55 Canadian dollars per month with 10 gigabytes of data. Or another option is Kudu. They offer 9 gigabytes of internet for 45 Canadian dollars. Eighth, as for work. They recommend writing, I can do this and that in the ads of your city. I also found a guide to writing a Canadian resume. Ninth, about emergency accommodation. I found phone numbers and emails for Vancouver. This is accommodation for the first 14 days under the QAED program. They also have a website. It shows their location at the Vancouver airport, in front of counter 155. 10th. Specifics for Ukrainians, as they can have two passports at the same time. If the visa is passed into an older passport, then when crossing the border indicate the old passport, but ask for a work permit to be issued in the new passport. But the decision will still be up to the visa commissioner. 11th. Next on my list of useful information is the following. Rooms from 800 Canadian dollars on kijiji.k. Another site with room rentals is www.pedmapper.com. For jobs, you can check out k.indeed.com. Summarizing all the information, I have drawn up the following further course of action for myself. First, buy a ticket to Vancouver, print out a pre-approved work permit and show it to the immigration officer upon arrival. Second, upon arrival, obtain a work permit at the first airport of arrival in Canada and make sure that it is stamped with QAED. Find out if you can get a SIN number at the airport. Go to the Success Organization counter inside the immigration room at the airport and ask for temporary accommodation for 14 days. Buy a prepaid SIM card, possibly from Kudu, 45 Canadian dollars with 9 gigabytes of internet. Third, if I don't get a SIN number at the airport, then find a Service Canada center and get a SIN in person. Fourth, find a bank and open a checking account. The most popular banks are RBC, TD, Bank of Nova Scotia, Bank of Montreal. Fifth, apply for financial assistance from QAED. Sixth, find accommodation, a room close to public transportation. Seventh, find a job with a good commute from my living place. Eighth, undergo a medical examination within 90 days. That's it. I'm not 100% sure that I have all the information I need. On the contrary, I know that new details will emerge in the course of the action that I'm not aware of now. But I'm already psychologically prepared for the move. I also invite all those who are planning to move to Canada to subscribe to my channel. You will have first-hand information. Also, my videos will be useful for those immigrants who are already in Canada, as in the next episodes I will cover my future life in Canada. That is, you will see Canada through the eyes of a newcomer. Until the next time, bye.